TA gusto Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo to.
Normally easy for Bloodseeker to rupture the real PL. And if that...
But that's a Marcy with no mana, so he is playing it a little bit dangerously, but he feels safe, and that is first blood going over to Wildcard. And then Sammy dies to a creep.
Yep, very nicely done. Up slowly, and they'll go back and forth with no real kill threat, probably.
How we doing lasted-wise there? The Brew is honestly loving that bottom lane. The fact that there hasn't been any sort of significant fighting or real attempts at it means he's sitting at 26 and 5 and exactly do a whole lot to defend his teammates. Oh. Well, Doom, he's getting hit up here, but yeah, he should be just fine. And now they're actually going to turn. There's going to be the dispose, pulling Sam back into the fight. They are going to be able to... At this point, yeah, he's got to go back to base. There's still a Bloodseeker on the map, and he has basically no regen, so... You don't get the rune, you get bullied a little bit, you step out of lane, all the while the TA is kind of still farming, so... Some time lost, but could be an opportunity about. They bring the puck down bot. The Dream Coil, I believe, was deployed. It just wasn't enough for the kill, but he's going to continue to chase onto Alexo, and he finally tracks that kill.
Alright, nicely done. Yeah, that's pretty funny. TA found a warding mark.
Too many...
They're
going for it. Okay. They're going to try and defend. They took the tower a little bit faster than I was anticipating, and maybe Wildcard was anticipating as well, as they do make the jump in. They're trying to go onto the clockwork. Actually, both of the supports, as Alexo got trapped up in the Dream Coil, but there is going to be that primal split, trying to create some sort of separation as they trade out Sammy for Vitaly. Alexo, though, still on the run, but not actually taken down just yet. But he's up and running. If Sammy Boy can spot someone, that is vision. They're going to jump in. A little bit of overlap, perhaps, but it does the job. They get in onto the puck. Can they take him down in time? Not quite yet. Analog still trying to dance his way around. This drops the coil, pushes to the... Oh, God, pushes to the orb. Does get taken down, but that does set up the Warlock for the Chaotic Offering. The problem is there's no more damage. There aren't any other cores.
I think the pressure is mounted on the Chaotic feed. Because,
right.
Yeah.
Well, this looks a little bit like feeding down in the bottom lane as Vitaly... Well... He continues to not have the most fun time. 3 and 4, so at least the stat line's not terrible, but 4 deaths in about 15 minutes is not really the best for him either. But now they're going to lose a little bit more. Marcy getting hit up here, should be able to take her down, but they want the puck. Hook shot from Sammy, gets the lockdown, dropped low, taken out as Analog will fall. And, well, the Marcy didn't actually... Never mind, she didn't die the first time around, now she will, as CM Sun drops down the ult, and he's just going to chase the Warlock as well, because, you know, big as the usual one, which... I don't know, that's a totally aesthetic thing. I'm sure there's some people out there who want the icons as big as humanly possible, but
right.
It's a nice touch. And meanwhile, Marcy, this is a bad touch. This is not a good touch whatsoever. Marcy's in trouble, and you can run all you want.
This is the best thing Analog can do in his puck, right? Just split push and try to be annoying and cut the waves to stall off the game. Because they're still climbing in gold.
This could be an issue. He has a TP here on the Doom, but not sure he's ever really going to get an opportunity to actually use it. And yeah, they're just going to run him down.
Last 5 minutes, way better than one.
Oh, Doom goes down. There's going to be the Winter's Curse in exchange, but Alexo, I'm not sure he's getting out of here successfully. He did actually pop the invis and I believe TP out, so he is going to be okay. But now in the river, Analog, that's a little too far forward. He did get the Dream Coil down. The Doom is getting Divine low on HP. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. Now they'll throw down the Rock as well, trying to connect onto multiple heroes. The problem is they're losing a little bit of cohesion here, but the PL surging his way forward, looking for the kill onto Sammy. He wants that Clockwork out of the fight immediately. He will get it, but now he knows this is a 1v2 against the opposing cores. It's time to pull back. Just went all the way up top and actually took care of the creep wave of Sammy. Okay, there's the hook in. They're going to get onto the Marcy. I don't know if Sammy's going to live at this point. Never mind, they're not fighting it at all. They're just going to try and leave the Marcy to fend for herself, and she's not going down easily. But she does eventually fall. The Ulcore, immediate buyback. They're going to try and take the fight. Lumiere pushing in, trying to get rid of those Brewlings as quickly as possible, as Sammy will go down as well. He commits a buyback himself. So 1 out from each side. Dream Coil deployed, immediately going to get popped, and now they turn. There's the Winter's Curse connecting onto 2. They need to take Doom out as quickly as they can. They drop the Rock on top of it, though, but it's not enough. Vitaly still falls, and now Lumiere is free to just dish out the damage. Analog coming in to try and help him out. The Bloodseeker now trying to run, but the Ulcore gets him with the Dispose, pulls him back into the fight. The Cogs drop down onto multiple heroes, as Doom buys back, rejoins the fight, hits up the Doom on to the TA. Can they finish off Esk in time? Yes, they can. And now it's looking like Wildcard might be starting to run out of gas here, but the Bloodseeker refuses to give up, continues to push his way forward. As Lumiere falls, now the Doom suddenly by himself. Maybe he gets that kill. No. Cold Embrace is there to save. If they can tighten up the execution moving forward, as got a sneaky Wyvern drops down the ult. Okay. There we go. The Rupture now comes in onto the puck, and we'll see if they can actually finish this kill. They're actually taking a fight further up the lane as the Doom sort of just makes his presence known, drops down the ult. Another ult coming in from the Warlock. That's enough to take down Divide, but it does cost them their Doom. And they back cooldown maybe for a minute or so, but well, they're actually going to be jumped in on first. He has the Void Bruling now, actually, so that makes things a little bit more complicated as they'll jump their way forward, looking for the Warlock, trying to get that Chaotic Offering out. He does throw it out, but is it going to be enough? Gardic and Piolico were both taken down. They trade out for Sammy, but there's going to be the Winter's Curse. Wildcard trying to regroup. They have to wait out the Doom here, but at this point, honestly, the TA may not have to be here. The Doom was very nearly taken down, and he is going to fall. Vitaly dead, and all of a sudden, your PL's looking around saying, where the hell are my teammates? And Lumiere, most of them are dead. One of them's pushing in right now, though. The puck trying to create a distraction, hoping that the Rupture will fade before he gets taken down, but they are looking for him. S pushing his way forward, has to be careful. Activates the BKB, though, once he goes a little too far. And I believe that is going to be a... Gotta watch the positioning. Speaking of positioning, though, Esk actually just gets straight up jumped. That is an incredible Winter's Curse from Alexo, though, to try and turn it, but it didn't really get them a core kill. And now, oh my god, he's just getting absolutely murdered. Has to fall back. Rupture, if they hit the real one, that's a problem. Can they save him? He is going to try to just doppelganger himself into the pit, looking for the TP home, but it's canceled by the Cyclone, and now he has just nowhere to go. Stunned up, dropped low, and taken down. At this point, Hokori, they are starting to run out of chances as they're just going to try and run down the Doom. He blinks himself away, buying time, certainly, but Vitaly, that is the wrong side of the map, and he has nowhere left to go. Can they hit those targets quickly enough for that to matter? There, this is very far forward. Arctic Curse, or excuse me, Winter's Curse coming through, locking him down. They're kind of ignoring him at the moment, though. Sammy does get the knockback with the cogs, and there it is. The hook shot in, they blow him up, and this is a problem. Hokori, it is time to go. Oh, Bash from the meld. Slows down the Doom. I don't know if he's getting out of this one. There's the Bash coming in again. It's only Esk actually trying to chase him down, though. The rest of the team have their attention focused a little bit further to the south. They got eyes on the Warlock. In the Warlock's case, at least, you really only need to be able to push one button and still have an impact, but you would like some of those items. You would like some maybe defensive tools, some ways to cast that ult from further out, as the Olakor, not 100% sure what the plan was, but it didn't appear to work as he gets taken down. There's a buyback available for the Marcy, though, but you have Lumiere falling back to the fountain. He was hit up by that Rupture, so he needs to heal up and wait that out. The Olakor, though, buying back. That is an interesting Chaotic Offering, not getting onto too much in the Curse. It might just kill off the puck. Yes, it will. Analog taken down. Buyback is available. He is going to throw it out, and on the back line, they do manage to blow up Alexo. The problem is he already ulted. They need to be able to take down these cores, and they are in onto the Bloodseeker. They take him out with the Doom. A much-needed kill for them, but at this point, Brax, do they look for more? It looks like for now the answer is yes. They're going to jump forward. There's going to be the stomp onto the TA. They can get through the first life. Is there anyone from Wildcard in a position to help out? You see Divine Llama trying to come forward, really acting as a distraction, but it's not enough. Look at the damage that's coming out onto that TA. They'll finish off S again, and now everyone's just got to run. You see Sammy having to jetpack away because he was dropped so damn low.
Trying to go super deep, and now all of a sudden you're playing against buybacks and just entire vision from the enemy because you're diving their base. Close staging with the pandas is nice.
Where'd that hook go? Into the base it went. That prompts the Chaotic Offering. That's an interesting one, but it might still get them the kill onto the Clockwork. As of right now, the answer is no. The Dream Coil, though, did connect onto the TA, so S has to stand his ground, but that buys them time to drop the Doom. So now S really can't afford to be here anymore, but look at Alexo coming in, dropping down that Winter's Curse. Unfortunately, that is not a kill curse. That is a get the hell out curse, and they are looking to do exactly that, but Analog does not let them go. Blinks forward, finds the kill. Esk is dead. One of the heroes who does have buyback on Wildcard, though, so he could rejoin this fight, but it doesn't look like there's much of a fight to rejoin at all. This is just Divide trying to create a distraction and get a... Who cares about our targeting? We'll just literally lock down every single hero in the fight. Speaking of lockdown, hook into the river, but Sammy may have bit off more than he can chew here because his reinforcement gets ambushed. TA hit up by the Doom. Esk is going to drop, but there's Alexo coming in with a very nice Winter's Curse. The problem is they're not really hitting for as much damage as they need to find the kill. They'll finally bring down Vitaly. But what else can they do here? They are starting to lose some more heroes. Sammy gets taken down. You've got the Brewlings into the middle of the fight, just trying to create a distraction so that Analog can actually push his way forward, and push his way forward, but for what at this point? Are they going to go again? Yes, they are. Devi in for the stun. He just disposed his teammate onto the high ground so that he could get away, but Devi's not giving up on this. He's trying to send those Brewlings forward once again. I don't know if he has the damage, though, to find this kill all by himself, and his teammates are a little hesitant to push in to try and help him, so maybe Gardic gets away. Uh-oh, that's a problem. They hit him up. They silenced him. Fast they're moving. Not sure they'll reach it in time unless Sammy hooks. He does hook, but not onto anything, so they're still going to try and give this a go. Rupture down onto the Marcy. That's going to force out a TP, but they will cancel that TP. But now look at that. The counter offering coming in, hitting up onto all those Brewlings. They drop the ult from Doom onto the Bloodseeker as well, and they're just pushing them back, keeping them at arm's length, not allowing them to get over to the pit. So Lumiere did finally manage to finish that off, and now they're looking for the fight. Bloodseeker dangerously low. The Cold Embrace, not enough to save him. And look at that Doom go. Blinks in, gets the stomp onto 2, forces out the Winter's Curse defensively. But the Puck's not going to give up. Pushing his way forward. Drops a silence onto Sammy. But at this point, it really does feel like Wildcard are just desperately trying to get back into the base. They will manage to do so, but with the Bloodseeker dead and no buyback available, how much of a fight can they really put up here? It's all going to come down to the damage that the TA, because Sammy is going to get taken down. Dream Coil deployed onto S, keeping him locked in place. He did get the BKB off, though. But how long can he last here? He's trying to get support. Devi Llama pops the ult, trying to do anything possible, but it really just feels like Hokori are dancing around them at this stage, and slowly but surely the Brewlings are getting whittled away.
It's just not enough, right? PL invincible in the fights, doppling over and over and over. They really just can't lock anyone down anymore at this stage.
That's a problem. They're going to hit him up with the Chaotic Offering. They get the silence, they get the kill. Devi goes down. He doesn't have his buyback either, and that might just be the end of it. Esk is going to give it a go, though. He does jump forward, takes out Vitali. Very nicely done, but they need more. What else can they do? There's a Winter's Curse back online. They throw it onto Analog.
Okay.
Analog is not taking any damage. He just waits out the ult. And now they'll turn. There's the Dream Coil connecting onto Alexo. Lumiere pushes his way forward. They drop the silence onto him as well, and credit to Wildcard for sticking this one out and trying, but at this point, they just don't have the resources. The Wyvern goes down, dead for 2 minutes, and Esk is the last man standing, but he's not standing for long.
Yeah, but with no buybacks, I mean, this is most certainly the end of the game, expecting the GG calls to come up pretty soon. Rough game for Wildcard. Like, in full control for pretty much the entirety of the game. That second Aegis felt like they just didn't get much big a lead, but like Sammy desperately trying, right? He's got the Aghanim, he's going to get tossed back in.
Well,
And he's dead.
yeah. Well, lives for maybe an extra second or two before eventually going down, and there it is. The GG will be called as Hokori. Well, they take game.
Playing, like, they're probably just going to get beat down by the Dawnbreaker.
Your Phoenix has got to be kind of careful. Once you hit, actually he's already hit, level 2 on that Dawnbreaker, you have that combo to work with, and Phoenix can't afford to get too far forward, otherwise things like that might happen, but he does miss initially. They're still going for it. Top here, Lumiere. Lumiere doesn't really want to get involved. This is Gardic, you do your thing. Just going to keep on last hitting, fair enough. And he's been doing a pretty solid job of it. 18-2 now. Of course, the Enigma's right up there with him, because, oh, hold up. He was right up there with him, but now he might be in trouble. But there's the Dispose from Alexo into the Malefice. This is going to get a little bit tricky. They're going for the body blocks even, and they've got the rebound. They're trying. He's chasing into the tree line. There's going to be the refraction coming in.
They got the
Have
iron.
another. She might not need Dispose at this point. Yeah.
1 second.
Oh,
Nice, there we go.
I think he's. If he has an Urn Charge, I'm pretty sure he finds that kill, but this is going, as you said, unbelievably well, right? You knew the Faceless Void was going to struggle on the other side of the map, so now they are bullying that TA, but the bully is coming back on their side, but they don't actually... Oh, never mind. There we go. I was wondering why Vitali wasn't going in for it. Wanted to be sure that there was no reinforcement coming to the tower, and once he realizes that, they will find the kill, but it is going to cost them. Esk makes a rotation. Not much more he can do than that. Maybe he sticks around to try and maybe sap some XP, but he might actually get spotted. Gardic is right there in front of him. There's going to be the stun. Dispose, well, counters it out, and Alexo's just going to make a run for it. You've got the Enigma coming over, and with Devi getting involved, that's not really a fight that Corey wants, or maybe they do. They're pushing their way forward. The Tiny TP'd in. There's going to be the Avalanche connecting onto 2. They have the toss, and That's going to be enough. They even clean up the Eidolons as well, and through all of that, Brax... Lumiere, though, actually kind of wants the stack over the kill, but they might just be able to get both, because that's a hell of a lot of slow. That forces out the black hole, and the TA might actually go down. Avalanche, though, is there to cancel it. But Lumiere is still in some trouble. Dispose pulls him back into the fight. Can he somehow survive through this? No, he can't. S gets the kill, but now he's deployed everything he's got. Orb's coming back up, though, in 1 second. Maybe he can jump away, but he actually doesn't need damage to finish off that fight.
Yep, now looking at this top rune.
Oh. Rebound, dispose, illusory orb, nice bit of damage. They got the fire spirit in there as well, but there's still the Avatos. Alexo still alive, Dream Coil deployed, and as you said, that DD just means he's going to start cleaving his way through these heroes. Not literally, figuratively cleaving his way through, as Analog and Gardic both get taken down. They have to sacrifice the Marcy there, but...
His room with the Chronosphere double kill bottom lane is extremely important. It's just giving Faceless Void more and more time to farm as long as they can keep their tier 1s alive. And
that's a
problems in the mid.
Supernova has been deployed. Dawnbreaker has no way out of this. He just straight up goes for the kill, though. Okay. Recognizing he wasn't going to be able to get out of range, so find a pick while you can. He will go down, though, as Esk finishes him off. But look at the supports. They're bullying up onto Sammy, and the Phoenix does get taken down. So it ends up being a 2 get out of this one. He is in some serious trouble. Avalanche back up. Oh, yeah, okay. That certainly helps. There's going to be the Sunray coming in as well. Analog still fighting, though. He will get the kill. Eventually, he'll die, but... Okay. Devi, sure, you have to use Black Hole, but you went from a situation where you were pretty much dead no matter what to trading out for a core on the other side.
Hey, definitely worth it, right? Extremely well done. It's like the supports use the gold really, really well on the side of Wildcard too, right? Phoenix, if he gets farmed or...
Locket build-up for the Phoenix that he's going for. Is that confirmed as... Oh, God. Okay, Esk straight up jumped in on... I'm not sure how Alexo ended up in the middle of that, but he did, and he gets taken down as well. So, as said before, Esk was able to sort of survive that Avatos combo. Not quite the case anymore, as they find that kill. I don't know if this is worth fighting. You do have Chrono, but now you are getting jumped in on. There's the Avatos into the Thunder God's Wrath, and Eves, you did not want to be there after all.
Yeah, with no Faceless Void, it might just be in Roche, right? TA's got a Death Soap with the Bloodlust. It's like, once the TA gets Deso, makes a couple kills happen, maybe takes a tower. It's just a really hard position, because they have a lot of building damage, and on the side of Wildcard, the only way you can take the fight is with your extremely long cooldown abilities, which they have, but if they happen to get jumped, or the fight plays out in a way where they lose the fight anyways, it's you know, there's no stopping it. The train just keeps going.
Wreaking havoc on everyone, and it's not just the supports. I think that's the biggest problem here. You know, if the Marcy and the Phoenix were getting beat up on over and over again, that would be manageable, but they're losing cores in the exact same combo. As right on cue, Devi and S get picked off.
And the team fight to play out absolutely perfectly to just bait the enemy team in too deep.
Oh, damn. Those are some nasty odds, 1.05 to 8. The odds makers don't have a lot of faith in Wildcard. Understandable at this point, as, well, Devi Llama, goodbye. But yeah, I think that is the point here, as we'll see if this play works out. Dream Coil is going to be committed, but Vitaly was able to get in there with the Solar Guardian. The puck now has to fall back. He's able to jump to the orb, but look at that! They get a nice chrono into a 4-man sort of Phoenix Supernova. Okay, it only hits on 3, but it's still going to do the job. They get Gardic down, they burn through the Aegis, but now don't go too far, boys. There is still the Analog Tiny looking for a chance to jump back in, or maybe Lumiere just does it himself. 2 shots, Sammy. Not a bad maneuver, but this is the problem. And sort of going back to what you were saying before, how do they win the fight? They have to sacrifice a support. Well, a support. It has to be Alexo, really. Because they need to get this chrono off without having to use any of the other ults to set it up. If they don't do that, then this happens. They get silenced up, they just get slowed to hell. There is 0 chance to escape for really anyone other than the puck, and your big sort of march forward out of your base ends up losing far more than they gained.
Tiny bit, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it just feels like Marcy has to bait 4 or 5 heroes into position, then you can drop a chrono or a black hole, but you can't use one of those big ults to try and set it for the other one, because Hokori just aren't grouping that heavily. You see right here, I mean, they tried to make a jump in on Wildcard, and it just doesn't work. They're spread out until the moment they know that Wildcard are overcommitted and won't deploy those ults, then they turn. They leave Devi on the high ground there in mid, so there's no black hole immediately if they find a jump in. Let's see what they can find. If they try to take this bait mid, we've got the rest of Hokori just sort of sitting up on that high ground, and yeah, exactly like that. They jump in, Devi's dead, he'll buy back immediately, but while he's buying back, S gets taken down as well. Way too split right now from Wildcard as they're going to lose another. Sammy Boy taken down, buying back immediately. Will they deploy the Chrono? He fakes it out once, but at this point, he has no backup. That's the Enigma going down again. That black hole does nothing, and there's your GG called. Brax, that was not quite the last hurrah that I was hoping they would put together.
Yeah, definitely not. This one was an absolute beat.